week on Greyhound View, we look back at the highlights from the second round of the Newbridge Oaks, the Egan Hospitality 525 and the Munster Puppy Cup. We head to Kilcoane Park for the Waterford Masters trophy, plus a look behind the scenes of a film in the making. But first, it's racing from Harold's Cross. The semi-finals of the 2003 Tote Gold Collar took place at Harold's Cross on Halloween night. The first 3 dogs in each heat qualify for the final next Friday, November the 7th. We join in fortune now for the lineup.
And Trop 1 awesome impact. Trimber Reggie Roberts for Geraldine Fitzpatrick in Dublin, a son of Jamela Prince and Ava Lively. This an absolute flying finisher. He may struggle early, however. 2 is Fairy Gate, owned and trained by Matthew Lannan in Kildare, a daughter of Jamela Prince and Newbridge girl. Recently beaten favourite in the final of the Labrook 575. This is a strong running bitch. In 3, Word of God, this sprightly veteran, owned and trained by Francis O'Donnell in Killanall, County Tipperary, a son of Vintage Prince and Batty Spirit. He's been a great servant. 4 is BALLYMAC Pride. In the form of his life, he's trained by Francie Murray for John Taylor in England, a son of Rantogue Pride and Oh My Shoulder. He goes up well and he stays. 5, the rapidly improving ALAMSHAR, trained by Ian Riley for the Top Owner Syndicate in Meath, a son of HONCHO Classic and Alpine Fancy. He was fastest in the opening round. He's the one to beat. And 6 is Willpower, owned and trained by Joe and Andrew Graham and Carlo. This son of Top Honcho and Madam Allright, an absolutely relentless galloper. He'll be flying from halfway. The runners now in traps for the opening semi-final of the Tote Gold Collar for 2003, and the hare on the way. Away they go, ALAMSHAR off well, but number 2, Fairy Gate, leads into the corner. From number 4, BALLYMAC Pride, back in 3rd, number 3, Word of God, into the corner, and number 2, that's Fairy Gate, leads round from number 4, and BALLYMAC Pride. Willpower running strongly on the outside, then comes number 3, Word of God, further back to number 5, ALAMSHAR, at the tail of the field, awesome impact, into the 3rd bend, it's Fairy Gate with BALLYMAC Pride, nothing between them. Number 2, Fairy Gate, now grabs a length lead over number 4, BALLYMAC Pride, running strongly in 3rd, is number 6, Willpower, further back to Word of God, around the final corner though, number 2, Fairy Gate kicks on, she goes on to win it, running on very fast, number 1, awesome impact, he may have grabbed second. Number 6, Willpower also there. The winning time, 30.06. And the result of the opening semi-final, Trap 2, Fairy Gate the winner. Second, number 1, Awesome Impact. And third, number 6, Willpower, the winning time, 30.06. The runners for the second semi-final of the Tote Gold Collar now on parade. In 1, Weatherman, the hot favourite, trained by Johnny Donoghue for Pat Jones and John Duggan and Clare. An early pace son of Velvet Tom and Haywood Melody, ideally drawn on the rails. Trap 2, Knowles Pride, a non-runner. That trap will be vacant. In 3 though, KILLAHARA Dream, trained by Michael O'Donovan for the K&K Syndicate in Tipperary, a son of Smooth Rumble and Black Ice Girl, goes up strongly, stays well. I think he could get involved. In 4, First Charter, this Derby finalist, owned and trained by Reggie Roberts in Kildare, a son of Jamela Prince and Newbridge Girl, normally does his best work in the corner, but he stays as well. 5 is Charlie Bird, trained by Francis O'Donnell for the Newtown Syndicate in Dublin, a son of Vintage Prince and the Other Daisy. He's not the fastest in the early stages, but he'll be flying at the finish. And 6, Valentia CITRATE, a kennel companion to Charlie Bird, trained by Francis O'Donnell down in Killanall. This one owned by Maurice Jackson and Thomas Smith in Waterford. A very consistent son of Lark Kiljoe and Ullet CITRATE. He's numerous stake wins this year, and he's one to consider. The runners now in traps for the second semi-final of the Tote Gold Collar, and the hare now on the way. Away they go. And number 4, First Charter, flies from traps, leads up from number 3, KILLAHARA Dream. Back in 3rd is number 1, Weatherman, but at the corner is number 4, First Charter, with number 3 now, KILLAHARA Dream, challenging on the outside. Back in 3rd, number 1, Weatherman. Number 6, Valentia CITRATE, awfully close in 4th, but out front, still number 4, First Charter. Number 3 now, KILLAHARA Dream, continues in 2nd. Number 1, Weatherman in 3rd, but here comes number 6, Valentia CITRATE with that power pack finish of his. Around the final corner, it's First Charter. Here comes number 6, Valentia CITRATE with number 3, KILLAHARA Dream, but number 4, First Charter, led from Trap Rise. He wins this one impressively, Trap to line. Second, number 6, Valentia CITRATE is close for 3rd, perhaps number 3, KILLAHARA Dream. Charlie Bird was flying, the winning time, 30.01. And the result of the second semi-final, Trap 4, First Charter, a trap to line winner. Second, number 6, Valentia CITRATE, and third, number 3, KILLAHARA Dream, the winning time, 30.01. The trap draw for the final of the Tote Gold Collar was made by Patricia Griffin of the Tote and has resulted as follows. In 1, Awesome Impact. Trap 2, First Charter. In 3, KILLAHARA Dream. 4 is Fairy Gate. In 5, Willpower. And Trap 6, Valentia CITRATE.
An unusual aspect about the final of the Tote Gold Collar, Reggie Roberts has actually an interest in 3 of the runners, 2 of the runners in the final, and he bred another one. Reggie, you'll be shouting 3 ways on this one.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, you never know on the night. It's another final. First Charter's carrying straight web. But hopefully he bombed away tonight. He ran very well. I was pleased with him. You just could see him feeling it off the second bend a bit. Awesome Impact, his usual style, doesn't come out, comes home with a flourish. The race is really too short for him. But pleased to have 2 of them in the final.
And very unusual, you bred both semi-final winners.
That's right.
Come Reds.
I gave Matty Fairy Gate, and I'm delighted now she's turned out so well for him.
You want to beat Reggie in the final, is that it?
I'm always. This is my dream to beat Reggie in the final. But I don't suppose he'd begrudge me the.
I won't begrudge it. Whoever it's on the night, we're going to have a bit of fun anyway.
He's putting it up to you, Reggie.
He is, indeed he is.
He won't be getting the pup off the next litter, I think.
You never know.
I'll give it back to him. A pup of the bench.
Yeah, that'd be grand.
I'm a Fairy Gate.
I'll settle for that.
Oh, well, that's it.
That's very good.
Well, lads, maybe you'll dead heat the final. The best of luck anyway.
Well, whatever on the night.
Best of luck, Reg.
We're having fun.
It was a very busy weekend on the Greyhound front with top-class action at a number of venues. We look at the highlights of 3 particular competitions, starting with the Newbridge Oaks at Newbridge on Friday evening. Here there was a very special run from Spellbound, this brilliant bitch running in the second heat.
6, the hot favourite, that's Spellbound. The hair coming up behind Traps. Away they go. Spellbound off to a flyer. She leads in 6. Number 4, Blue Lightning going up well. On the inside, number 1, Davern Chief. But it's number 6, Spellbound that leads around the corner. She won't be beaten at this stage, surely. Number 1, Davern Chief in 2nd. Back in 3rd, number 2, Miss LED with number 3, Lovely Dog. But it's Spellbound setting a blistering pace down the far side. Number 1, Davern Chief continues in 2nd. Number 2, now Miss LED showing in 3rd. But number 6, Spellbound, has set sail for home. She'll not be caught around the final corner. It's number 6, Spellbound. This could be a special run. Back in 2nd, number 1, Davern Chief. In 3rd, number 2, Miss LED. The winning time, a blistering track record, 28:42.
Before that, we saw TYRUR MARITA go to Traps, the 2-to-1 favourite, running from Trap 1 in the opening heat.
And away they go. Derwent Josie off to a flyer, as is number 5, the other Domino. Now moving well on the inside. Number 1, TYRUR MARITA. Around the corner, number 2, Derwent Josie leads. Number 1, though, TYRUR MARITA in 2nd. Then comes number 3, Spring Maeve. The other Domino back and forth. She's normally a lot further back, but out front, number 2, Derwent Josie. Here comes number 1, TYRUR MARITA. Number 3, closing, Spring Maeve, as is number 5, the other Domino. It's TYRUR MARITA now goes on. Here comes number 5, though, the other Domino with that flying finish of hers. It's number 1, TYRUR MARITA into the home straight. Here comes the other Domino, but TYRUR MARITA, an impressive winner of this opening heat. 2nd, number 5, the other Domino, close with 3rd. Number 2, perhaps, Derwent Josie, 28:71, the winning time.
A big star early in the year was Legal Moment. She's had quite a break, but she's back as good as ever, running from 3 in heat number 3.
The dogs are all set, and away they go. A level start. Number 3 now, Legal Moment showing in front. Showing good early dash. Leads from number 5, Mild Flavour, number 1, Lug Hill Angel. Around the corner, it's number 3, Legal Moment. 2.5 clear of number 1, Lug Hill Angel. Back in 3rd, number 5, Mild Flavour. The rest don't count. It's number 3, Legal Moment, extending her advantage into the 3rd bend. This is impressive. 2nd, number 1, Lug Hill Angel. Back in 3rd, still number 5, Mild Flavour. This race all over. Number 3, Legal Moment, running on well. She's going to win this. 2nd is number 1, Lug Hill Angel. But up the home straight, it's number 3, Legal Moment, crossing the line. Impressive winner. 2nd was number 1, Lug Hill Angel, close for 3rd. 28:53, the winning time.
Well, the big question now is whether Spellbound can be beaten at Newbridge on that form. She really is a brilliant performer. The following night at Shelbourne Park, we had the 2nd round of the Egan Hospitality 5-2-5. The action got hot right from the start. Smoking Ban, the favourite for the opening contest, running from Trap 2.
And he's away badly, but it's number 3 showing in front. Business Rumble going up on the inside. Number 1, Spinner's Choice. Smoking Band, though, in a good position. Back in 3rd spot, around the corner. It's number 1 that leads, Spinner's Choice. But look at number 2, Smoking Band, with his powerful back straight burst. He should pick up number 1, Spinner's Choice, though it is still Spinner's Choice that leads. Number 1, 2nd, number 2, Smoking Band. Back in 3rd, number 4, Joe's Duke. Here comes number 2, though, Smoking Band on the outside of Spinner's Choice. He'll go away from here. It's number 2, Smoking Band, around the final corner. This is impressive. 2nd, number 1, Spinner's Choice. Back in 3rd, number 4, Joe's Duke. The winning time, a blistering 28:36.
Heat 3 was a very open betting affair. Air Force James noted for his big finishes. Would this be one of those occasions?
Away they go, and first to show trap number 5, 10 Honchos, leads up from 1, Baltic Star. Back in 3rd, we have trap number 3, Vicky's Joe. Around the corner, look at number 4, Air Force James, how close he is. It's number 5, 10 Honchos, but this race looks all over. Number 4, Air Force James, moves to the front. Moving strongly in 3rd is number 6, BALLYMAC Bruno, but it's number 4, Air Force James, leads into the 3rd corner with number 5, 10 Honchos. Back in 3rd is number 6, BALLYMAC Bruno. Number 5, though, 10 Honchos goes on to take up the lead again. Number 6, BALLYMAC Bruno. Here comes number 4, Air Force James, once again, up the home straight. Air Force James finishing fastest. He wins it. 2nd, number 5, 10 Honchos, and 3rd, number 6, BALLYMAC Bruno, 29:02, the winning time.
And the round ended with the hottest favourite of the night, the brilliant Moby Gamble, winner of the Easter Cup earlier in the year, perfectly housed in Trap 6.
Away they go. Off to a flyer is trap number 2, Young Garsoon. Moby Gamble at the tail of the field, in a bit of trouble. Around the corner, number 2, Young Garsoon leads from number 4, Bullets Bill. Back in third now, number 1, Pie in the Sky. Here comes number 6, Moby Gamble. Just look at the pace he's showing down the far side, and Moby Gamble strikes the front before the third corner. He's recovered from a slow start. He'll win from here. Number 2, Young Garsoon in second. Back in third, number 1, Pie in the Sky. But this one's over. Number 6, Moby Gamble, how impressive after a slow start, goes on to win it in style. Second trap 2, Young Garsoon, and third trap 1, Pie in the Sky. 28.52 after such a slow start. A remarkable time.
The scene switched on Sunday evening to Clonmel for the second round of the Munster Puppy Cup. The star of the opening round had been DROOPYS Carling. He's drawn in trap 6 in the second heat.
And away they go. Number 3, that's Free Light, leads from number 6, DROOPYS Carling. Now DROOPYS Carling in full stride on the outside. He challenges with number 3, Free Light. Back in third is number 1, Geldrop's Touch. But around the second corner, number 3, Free Light, and number 6, DROOPYS Carling have a good battle. Now number 6, DROOPYS Carling goes a half length, the length in front now into the third corner. And number 6, DROOPYS Carling, the favourite, now 2.5 lengths clear of number 3, Free Light. Back in third, number 1, Geldrop's Touch. But this one's all over. Number 6, DROOPYS Carling is going away, running very wide, but impressive here. Number 6, DROOPYS Carling, second, number 3, Free Light. Third, number 2, Darrigal Droopy, 28.95 the winning time.
There were plenty of first round winners in the fourth heat, but one dog that hadn't won a heat, Side Cash, had a lot of followers running from trap 2.
And away they go. Number 1, Borna Treaty leads, takes a bump off number 4, Vaughan Brack. Now leading is number 5, Showboat. Around the opening corner, Showboat leads from number 2, Side Cash. Bit of bumping there. Back in third, number 1, Borna Treaty. Then comes number 3, Lemon Honcho. But out front, it's number 5, Showboat. Leads by 4 or 5 lengths to number 2, Side Cash. Now Lemon Honcho in full stride, back in third spot. He's challenging for second, but it's number 5, Showboat, that's going to lead into the home straight. Here comes number 3, Lemon Honcho. Further back, number 1, Borna Treaty. But number 3, Lemon Honcho, finishing fast. He goes on to win this impressively. Second, number 5, Showboat. And third, number 1, Borna Treaty, 29.12 the winning time.
We've seen some fine prospects in action in those 3 particular competitions. Over the next few weeks, we'll follow them right through to the finals, but I'm sure plenty of them will be making their names in 2004.
There's a new film being made at the moment, Man About Dog, and one of the stars is a greyhound called Cerberus, or Serby for short. Some of the scenes were shot at both our Dublin and country tracks. We spoke with the director, Paddy Brannock, who explained to us what the film was all about.
The movie's about 3 friends from West Belfast who do a favour for a bookie, and the bookie double crosses them, and they basically try to get revenge on him, so they take on the bookies. It was a tough shoot, like it was a complicated shoot for the kind of level of film that it was. It's an action comedy, so every day there's either action or a stunt or even a little bit of business with an animal where they have to do some trick or something. And generally all of the most important things went very well and very easily for us, but that's not to say that it was without complications. A lot of films that are made in Ireland are made in Dublin or maybe Wicklow near Ardmore Studios, and there's a huge amount of landscapes and range of landscapes that are maybe far more interesting or unused than the ones that are normally used. So we sort of decided we'd try and, instead of going south of Dublin into Wicklow, we'd go west into Kildare and maybe into Meath, where we shot in Bellewstown as well, and places maybe that people aren't as familiar with, so they just are more interesting to the eye. Exciting.
And what about our canine star?
They specifically wanted a black greyhound. He had to be all black. I got in touch with this girl at home who I knew that rescued greyhounds, and she put me in touch with Stan and Kathy Bennett at Willington, who looks after retired greyhounds, and that's where I saw, well, he was called Kenny then, but that's where I got Serby from. I always say there's 3 P's in training anything, and that's practice, patience and perseverance. And in Serby's case, it was just a case of just a lot of love and tidbits and rewards. And he has been sound trained, which made it much, much easier for us. He's had to run away from us, turn and run back, which I think is quite difficult, seeing that he's running to nothing. He's had to lie down and come out of a suitcase. He's had to lie down in a trap, in a greyhound trap, and the door come open and not move, just lie there. He's had to lie down and go to sleep.
Sleep?
I think I've been very, very fortunate in as much as the dog is very adaptable to things that you ask him to do. And he's always very, very willing to please. But certain things have been difficult purely because of the breed of dog that he is. I don't think greyhounds are the easiest dogs in the world to train.
So when will Man About Dog hit our screens?
I won't finish it now until April or May of next year, so I would say probably September, October of 2004 is when it'll be on the screens.
The Westside Business Park Waterford Masters, one of the big races of the year here at Waterford, a one-off international invitation. 6 runners, as you know, one from England, that is DROOPYS Corleone, one of the top trackers across the water. Unfortunately, Farlow Style can't make it. He was an invitee, but taking his place is RHINCREW Silver. The favourite for this one, Mustang Mega, running from one trap, runner-up in the Oaks, runner-up in the Derby. She's the one they all have to beat. In there also, the Champion Stakes winner, that's world class. ALTESSE ASSERT, the qualifier here locally at Waterford last week. And of course, Droopy's RUUD, favourite for the Laurels at Cork, so narrowly beaten by Nikita Billy. It's a tremendous racing prospect. Unfortunately, the weather is not too kind to us at all, but there's plenty of fun, plenty of crack, great racing, and a huge crowd here at Waterford for this big one. Now, let's have a look at the runners for this big race.
Well, the runners on parade, and in one we have Mustang Mega, owned by Stephen Burke and Alex McKenzie, trained by Stephen Burke, a daughter of Roanoke and Knockeven Joy, one of the 4 runners in the battle for the Bitch of the Year. In 2 is RHINCREW Silver, winner of the Northwest Derby at Lifford last weekend, owned by Larry O'Rourke, trained by John McGee, a son of Top Honcho and RHINCREW Whitney, this dog really getting out of traps in his races. Number 3, Droopy's RUUD, owned by the Sherlock Holmes Syndicate, trained by Ian Riley, a son of Droopy's Vieri and Droopy's Spice, narrowly beaten in the final of the Laurels at Cork last weekend. In 4, Droopy's Corleone, the only British challenger, owned and trained by Danny Reardon, a son of Top Honcho and Droopy's Kylie, one of the fastest dogs in training across the water. Number 5, the local qualifier, ALTESSE ASSERT, owned by Shane Finn, a son of Knockeven Star and ALTESSE Damso. He's been quoted at big prices. He has brilliant early pace. And in 6 is World Class, owned by Philip Heffernan, trained by Pat Buckley, a son of Come On Ranger and Queen Survivor, one of the best young dogs in training. He's won 9 of his 18 races. The hare now coming up behind the traps. Very wet night, away they go. Oh, the favourite's not well away at all. Mustang Mega, she looks to be in trouble. It's number 5, ALTESSE ASSERT, leads into the corner from 6, World Class. Bit of trouble there. Number 3, that's Droopy's RUUD, balking 4, Droopy's Corleone, and suddenly there's just 2 dogs in it. It's ALTESSE ASSERT by 3.5 lengths from World Class, number 6 and 2nd, heading into the 3rd bend, and World Class is beginning to close. ALTESSE ASSERT out front, Shane Finn's dog, being challenged now by number 6, World Class. He drifts wide off the last corner. It's still ALTESSE ASSERT in front. Here comes World Class coming to the line, and World Class gets up just short of the line. Oh, a dramatic race there with Mustang Mega in trouble right from the start. She looked seriously injured, but World Class adds this big prize to the Champion Stakes he's already won. The result of the Westside Business Park Waterford Masters, the winner number 6, World Class, owned by Philip Heffernan, trained by Pat Buckley, 2nd, number 5, ALTESSE ASSERT, and 3rd, number 4, Droopy's Corleone, the time 29.26. The favourite Mustang Mega getting off to a terrible start, and she's in trouble from a very early stage. She looks very seriously injured running to this first bend. But into the corner, number 4, Droopy's Corleone, going for the inside. Big bumping match there with Droopy's RUUD, and into the far side, it's ALTESSE ASSERT out front, poaching a good lead. This early pace greyhound, 3 lengths in front now from World Class. From here on, it was a case of the early pace of ALTESSE, and would World Class be able to haul him in? He's drifting wide here off the last bend, but he produces a gutsy run, and the terrible underfoot conditions here tonight, but getting up close home. Oh, a fine performance there from both the winner and the runner-up. Well, World Class running out a very game winner of the Waterford Masters here. Would you believe that's his 4th stake success? He's really only little more than a puppy yet. He contested the Puppy Derby. What a prospect for next year. And no wonder the 2 men with me have big smiles on their faces. Owner Philip Heffernan, trainer Pat Buckley. First of all, Philip, you're getting used to these TV occasions at this stage, but a great performance from the dog.
Well, I hope I stay getting used to these TV appearances, but great performance from the dog. Out of 6 in Waterford, of course, it's very difficult, and He came out of the second bin second and had 3 or 4 lengths to make up, and he came home strong, as we know he can.
Yeah, he has shown in his 550-yard races there's no problem with stamina.
Oh, there's no problem at all with stamina, and I suppose 575, maybe 600 at some stage maybe, but we'll probably give him a rest now and we'll see what will happen next year.
Well, Pat, he normally runs as an inside seed, has looked it out, it might like the middle, but he went from the outside tonight and there was no real problem to him.
No, he came away reasonably well, and I knew when he hit out there was a bit of bunching around, but he's great to have to hold his line. When he's running a racing line, he'll hold his line. He's a good gutsy dog around when there's dogs around him. He was 3 or 4, maybe 5 coming off the second, off the dog in front coming off the second min, but I knew then he powered on the back straight and he'll run out of any box. It doesn't make any great difference to him.
He's been a great servant. He's won the Champion Stakes. He's won 2 puppy competitions. He's won this big one now.
Yeah.
I presume he deserves a bit of a rest.
Oh yeah, he'll get a race now in the next spring. He won't be out next year. He'll go for the Easter Cup and the Derby anyway there. Hopefully back for second Champion Stakes if he has something done by then. And then he'll definitely go for the English Derby. So he's won 4 stakes now out of 6. So he was only 2 the day before yesterday. So he's still only a baby.
He'll have a belated birthday party, will he?
He'll have a belated birthday party. His owner could have some sort of a party too, I'd say.
Also enjoying success on the night was the Mayor of Waterford.
Tom, a busy night for you.
Oh, it's always a busy night, but delighted to be here. It's great buzz around. Pity about the weather, but sure, I mean, that's part of modern greyhound racing now. We don't need the weather.
Kilcohen Park has meant a lot to Waterford, hasn't it?
Oh, tremendous. I mean, there's a great tradition of greyhound racing in Waterford, and particularly in Kilcohen. But now that since Bordley Gone made the investment, it has been a tremendous boost to the city.
And of course also the sponsorship of the Masters, that has been a great boost here.
It has, and I'd like to thank Tom and Westside Business Park in particular. Tom Kearns, the main sponsor here, is a tremendous job. I mean, without sponsors you can't put on anything, that's a fact of life. So we're delighted that we have such generous sponsors.
I don't see a glass in your hand because you're celebrating yourself. You managed on this big night, the Mayor of Waterford managed to get his own winner, Hildon Harry.
Yes, by the shortest of short heads, but I wouldn't exactly say he's mine now. I maybe own a small portion of him, but I'm thrilled.
But out front, it's Hildon Harry, a lead of 3.5 lengths from Known Ranger in second, just beginning to edge closer now. Off the last bend, number 1 drifts wide. Here comes number 3, Known Ranger, but it's Hildon Harry, Known Ranger. Hildon Harry just holds on from Known Ranger.
Well, you won the nose, the showed in front of the photo finish.
Can I have that in writing? I'll show it to the rest of the owners. Maybe they'll give me the lion's share of the prizes. Delighted for it.
It's that time of the programme again where we take a look at the fixtures. And on Friday at Harold's Cross, it's the final of the Tote Gold Collar, while at Newbridge, the semi-finals of the Newbridge Oaks takes place, and Youghal hosts a benefit night for the CLG Naringa. Saturday at Shelburne Park, it's also the semi-finals of the Egan Hospitality 525 and the Beamish Stout 575 at Cork. Newbridge hosts a benefit night for the Nerney GAA, and finally, on Sunday at Lifford, it's the second round of the Northwest Oaks, while at Clonmel, the semi-finals of the Munster Puppy Cup takes place. For quick and concise information on greyhound form, race cards and a multitude of data, visit the new Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie. Next week, we review the final of the Tote Gold Collar, plus the semi-finals from Newbridge, Shelburne and Clonmel.